Pastor Kenneth Cudjoe. Put your hands together.
Good morning. Good morning. Amen. Thank you for being here this morning. As you can see, we don't have the speakers, and you all should know by now that we had a fire in the house yesterday. And so we can't use anything. I had to go to Walmart last night myself in the first lady. Got me some to wear this morning. Amen. Feel comfortable. Amen. So we have no speakers, but God be the glory. Amen. We thank God. So because of time, I'm not going to delay in a lot of things, but we're supposed to serve communion. The communion was at the house, so we couldn't serve it today. So hopefully next week we will have communion. Amen. So pray with me. We're going to try to, I can't finish it, but I'm going to go into a little bit of how we overcome our trials. All right. So a few keys. It's more, but just 2 or 3 keys I'll give today. And then next week we'll continue on. So you may be seated. Amen. Of course, we got to go over to the next ministry. I didn't go to bed till about 3 o'clock this morning. So for those of you who are watching on Facebook Live, you know, what I've learned over the years of ministering. And I'm ministering on a word, especially I believe God is a timely word for his people to get challenged. Remember last week I talked about one of the things when you're going through is to learn how to do what? Curb your emotions. All week this week I had to be curbing my emotions. Literally, I had to be curbing my emotions. So I want to talk to you a little bit about how we overcome trials and the purpose why God allowed trials in your life. Don't run away from trials. Amen. We need trials to get to where God wants us. Amen. We need it. Without trials, you can't get there. The problem is, it's not the trial, it's how you deal with the trial. How you handle it. Amen. Some of us have been doing some things that have been causing us problems. So let's go right into the word. Amen. Of course, you know, we were reading from Luke when Jesus was tempted by the devil. How he overcame that. Yes. One of the main things he used was what? The word of God. Oftentimes, you hear messages on what you speak. But Jesus said something interesting in Matthew chapter 12. He said, every idle word that a man speak, he shall give an account for. Don't you know you can speak scriptures and become idle? Yes. Yes. You can quote a scripture and it become idle. Or the word of God is powerful all by itself. But you can quote it and become idle. Yes. The word idle means to be non-productive. That's it. That's it. Amen. You know, you start your car and you have it on park and the engine is running, it's idle. It's doing nothing. Home, they used to say, we go in the corner and just idle all day. We were unproductive. We sat at the corner and we just talk. Drink beers or whatever they drink. And just talk and watch people go by, heckle people, you know, hail out to the woman that's passing by. We were idle all day. The Bible talks about people standing by idle in the marketplace. No productivity. Most of us in our lives, we are idling right now in our lives. We're not producing anything. We're not productive. So we can quote scripture and be idle with it. Amen. But when Jesus quoted scriptures, it was productive. Yes, it was. If we are to be like God, hear what God said. He told Jeremiah in Jeremiah 1 and 12, he said, thou hast well seen. I will hasten to my word. He said, my word will not come back to me void because then it will be idle. When you speak a word, it must never be idle. It must always be productive. That means whatever you speak, you have to watch over it to perform it. Don't speak and wait for God to perform your word. You have to perform your word. That's why I said never be going with God and trying to make a deal. Let's make a deal, God. If you bring me out of this, if you heal me, God, and then when it's done, you forgot about the deal you made with God. God don't forget. You're the one who forgot. That's right. That's the truth. And so your word became idle. On the day of judgment, you will give an account. For by every word that a man speaks, you will be what? Justified. And by your words, you will be condemned. It's not your actions, it's by your words. Why? Because if you don't back up your words, you're not a man of your word. You cannot be trusted.
Amen. Right.
Watch this. Okay. So Jesus, when he was attacked by the enemy, the first thing he came to his flesh. Since you are the Son of God, commanded these stones be made bread. It is written, man shall not live by, he quoted the word, shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. Then the devil took him up into a high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the earth and said, if you worship me, if you bow down and worship me, I give you all this power. He said, it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God and him only. Well, what did he mean by that? There's only one person you serve, and that's God.
That's it.
Regardless of what you have, where you are, what's going on, you still going to serve God, regardless of what.
Hallelujah.
Then the devil took him to the highest peak of the temple and said, since you are the Son of God, cast yourself down. Because he promised in his word, he'll give his angels charge over thee to keep thee, lest thy dash thy foot against the stone. And he said, you shall not tempt the Lord thy God foolishly.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
You know that's what we do. We put God to the foolish test.
That's right. That's right.
We do things and then you know you don't have the money to pay for the car. Why are you going to buy it? You don't make enough money to live in that neighborhood. Why are you going to rent an apartment in that place?
I know that's right.
Somebody, I know God will provide. That ain't faith. That's
foolishness.
foolishness. That's foolishness. You go within your means and then believe God that if it's his will, he will somehow work something out that you'll be able to upgrade later on.
That's it. Amen. That's the real truth.
Or you'll go and say, look, this is all I can afford right now. I can only afford $600 a month.
Yeah.
What apartment you have for $600? Well, we don't have anything here. Okay, no problem. But what were you looking for? Well, this is what I'm looking for, but I can only afford $600. Then God may give you favor and say, I tell you what, for the first year, we're going to allow you to rent it for $600.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Don't go in there talking about $850. Oh, yeah, let me have it. And then 3 months later, you can't pay your rent. Your lights cut off after a month because you can't pay light bill and rent at the same time. Gas off the next month. Water off. What's the sense?
No sense at all.
Buy a car and you can't even pay for the tags every year. Because the tax is as much as the payment. Right in the wrong, every time you see a cup, you're scared, you try to hide. Come on. That's foolishness. It's foolishness. It's foolishness. I see everybody on my job almost getting new cars. And I'm still in my old truck.
I know that.
I say, you know what? At least if they fire me tomorrow, I can sleep.
Yeah, that's right. Amen. Come on, preaching real good.
You getting to work every day, I'm getting to work every day. The difference with you and I is every month you got to make sure and give that bank that money. I don't have to do it. If an emergency arises, I ain't got to worry about it. I'm at more peace than you think you are than me.
That's right.
Folks only see from the outside, but they don't know what's going on the inside.
Yes.
So Jesus said, you don't put God to the foolish test. I noticed every word he quoted, he stood on it and obeyed it.
Amen.
He did not turn, even though he was hungry, he didn't turn the stone into bread.
Hallelujah.
Even though he knew about the kingdom, he didn't bow down and worship Satan so he can have it.
That's fine.
Shadrach, Meshach, and a bad Negro. When the king said, if you don't bow when you hear the music, you going in the fiery furnace. They stood up and they didn't bow. They were thrown into the fire. And guess what happened? God protected them.
Yes, amen. Hallelujah.
God protected them.
Oh, blessed I am.
I guarantee you, if that happened today, 99.99999% of so-called Christians, hear what they will be saying. How long do we bow for? Which direction do we face? Go ahead, go down to the ground.
Or do you want me on my knee?
Can I stand and bow? Do I have to go down on my knees? As soon as the music go, at the end of the music, you bow. These are the questions they'll be asking.
Let me get it right.
The point 0.00000.0% will not even answer. When the music play, they'll just lift their hands and say, Father, I give you praise and I give you glory. I give you honor, I worship you, for you're the only king that I will bow to. Some may get thrown in the fire, some God may protect. If I want to go in the fire, then so be it. I will choose the king fire on earth before I choose the king fire in heaven.
Yes, Lord.
The fire on earth could only destroy this body. The fire from that king in heaven will destroy both body and soul. So let's get into it. Please, Bree, let me know when I need to stop. All right, look at this. So now, when we are going through our trial, I'm going to try to talk. I don't think I can get through it, but it's more than this. But I'm going to try to hit 4 things, and then the rest I'll hit next week. Okay? The first rule we got to learn, first thing we got to understand when a trial hits, is you got to allow your joy to rule.
Thank you, Lord.
I don't care what the trial is. Your joy must begin to rule.
Amen.
Now listen. When I say your joy, watch this. Go to James 1 and verse 2. Five minutes to 10, stop me. Because we're serving communion.
What scripture, Pastor?
James 1, verse 2. Elder read.
My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations.
Stop right here. Now hear what James said. He said, my brethren, count it all joy when you fall or when you become surrounded by different types of trials. The word count there, it simply means to chief, governor, judge, esteem, have rule over. He said, let your joy have rule over you when you are surrounded with different trials.
Hallelujah.
Oh, it's going to get good.
Thank you, Lord.
It's going to get good. So when you're going through a trial, the first thing you want to do is allow your joy to come up and rule. The reason why I don't rule, because when the trial comes, we take our focus on the trial.
That's right.
Secondly, our focus goes on the trial, and it comes back on us. Because this is what people say, man, look at what just happened. Second thing is, what am I going to do now? Get your eyes off the trial, off of you, and on your joy.
Amen. 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 That's it. Amen.
Get your sleep. Watch this. Why do I need? Why must I allow my joy to govern? Go to Nehemiah 8 and verse 10. This is why I have to let my joy rule. Because if my joy don't rule, I'm setting myself up for failure. I'm going to fall. This trial is going to destroy me. Nehemiah 8 and verse 10. I think I got time. Somebody give me a bottle of agua, please. Come on, I need you to read that scripture. Let somebody get that one.
Thank you,
That's why God can bless us sometimes.
Then he said unto them, go your way, eat the fat, and drink the sweet, and send portions unto them whom nothing is prepared. For this day is holy unto our Lord. Neither be ye sorry, for the joy of the Lord is your strength.
Now look at this verse. People only caught the last part of this verse. But you got to look at the whole verse. Hear what Nehemiah said here. He said, then he said unto them, go your way. So first of all, when the trial comes, don't stop.
Amen.
We stop. Go your way. Go your way. Amen. Right? You hear what he said there? He said, go your way, eat the fat, eat good. When trouble comes, people stop eating.
My Lord.
When people go through trials, they can't eat, they can't drink.
It's true.
Eat and drink so your body will have strength. So what's next? You can stand up to it.
Amen.
Don't allow nervousness to rule. Allow your joy to rule. fear to rule.
Amen.
Watch this. Watch this. He said, go your way, eat the fat, and drink the sweet, and send portions unto them for whom nothing is prepared. This is where we miss it too. We focus on us. When you start looking at somebody else who is in a worse position than you, or somebody else who have need just like you do, whatever you have, sent to them, to whom nothing is prepared for. You always thinking of, well, I really like to help, but right now I'm in a position I need help myself. Maybe send what you got for somebody else, and then God will send someone else to give you what you need. Because what you have is not what you need. Because if you would have never said, I need.
That's it. That's real truth right now.
You need 2,000. You have 200. That person needs 300. You know what? Oh, they need 200. You know what? Wait a minute. You need 200. I need 2,000. No problem. Here's 200. But you need, if they ain't going to fulfill what I need anyway, it's going to, at least yours will be met.
Hallelujah.
Here is yours. It's all for me.
Yes, yes.
What you make happen for others, God will make.
Yes, for you. That's right.
Do unto others as you have them do unto
you.
Praise you, Lord.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
But we stuck on the way. What if God was stuck on God? Where we would have been today? What if Jesus was stuck on Jesus while he was here? Where would we have been? He would have never went to that cross.
Praise you, Lord. That's it.
Amen.
Get your eyes off of you. You don't look all that good anyway.
All right now.
Look at your neighbor and say, I think he's talking to you. It's all over your face. It's written all over your face. Hold on. So he says, send portions unto them for whom nothing is prepared. For this day is what?
Holy unto our Lord.
This day is holy unto our Lord. I don't care what you face in this day is holy unto our Lord. For this is the day that the Lord hath made. I shall what? And what? Be glad in it. Amen. But when is there to rejoice? My house just burned up. I'm still alive.
I know that's right. Rejoice.
I got my health and my strength.
Yes. Hallelujah.
God's been good to me.
Oh, yes, he has.
God's been good to me.
Go ahead on, Pastor.
Yeah.
Well, God been good to me. This happened and that. That's your problem. Let me show you how good God's been to you. Go to the hospital. Go to the cancer ward.
Yeah.
Just walk through the cancer ward. A matter of fact, forget that. You will say, well, they were smokers, they eat this, that's why they got cancer. Okay, go to children's and go to the cancer wards in children. Tell me how many adults you see. How much of these kids were smoking? How much of them were drinking alcohol? How much of them was eating a whole lot of junk? 2 years old, 1 year old, babies just born? What about the baby whose parents were Christian, serving the Lord, doing right, but was born sick? When the doctor said they're brain dead, they're high, ain't got no heart or something. What have they done? But this was done for the glory of God. You remember the man in the Bible who was born blind? And when Jesus got aside back, Jesus said, neither did this man sin nor his parents. But this was done for the glory of God.
Yes, Lord.
Maybe what you're going through right now is for the glory. But he can't get no glory if you focus on you.
Amen.
Amen. Oh, I feel God.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
The devil is fighting one way, but God has victory over it.
Always. Thank you, Lord.
All right, he said, this day is holy. Remember that. So if this day is holy, it's set apart for God. Which day? It's not just the Sabbath day. It's not just Sunday. It's not just the day we have that special revival.
Amen.
Every day is holy, it's set apart for God.
Amen.
When he said this is the day, he wasn't speaking of one particular day. God created every day.
Yes, he did.
He made every day, and every day is unto God.
Amen.
God didn't create the day for us. He created it for him.
Amen. Amen.
Created everything for his own pleasure. He said, neither be what? Neither be you sorry. Oh, that's the problem. When trouble comes, the first thing we do is we put on our sad face. What am I going to do? Because we focus on us. He said, don't be sorry. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. Why? He said, for the joy of the Lord is your strength. This is why your joy got to leave, because when you're going through, if it's not the time you need strength, is when you're going through. Hallelujah. And notice what he said here. He didn't say your personal joy or your personal happiness, but he said the joy of the Lord. The joy that comes from God. Why? Because God is always the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. Hallelujah.
Praise you, Lord.
He will not leave nor forsake you.
Oh, hallelujah.
God is the same.
Yes.
Yesterday, today, and forever. God is not changing. God is not like the weather.
Praise.
God is not like us.
Hallelujah.
He don't change.
Thank you, Lord.
So he said the joy of the Lord. If you allow the joy of God to lead the way,
Amen.
it will lead you in the right path for his name's sake,
Yes.
for
Hallelujah.
his glory.
Yes. I bless you, Lord.
So when joy is leading, you ain't got no space for sadness. You ain't
Hallelujah.
got no space for sadness.
Hallelujah.
Hear what Philippians chapter 4 and verse 4 says. It says, rejoice in the Lord. Don't rejoice in the money you have,
That's right.
or the guy just put the ring on your finger and say he's going to marry you. Because he could see somebody else 2 weeks and change his mind.
I know that's right.
Because he could hear something about your past and mess him up and decide, nah, I don't think. Or he could see your mama and say, I mean, that's how she going to look when she gets to that age.
Uh-oh.
I might change my mind. I know if I can handle that 10 years from now. He might find out your mama got all Alzheimer's and say, wait a minute, there's a possibility she might happen to you. I don't know if I can deal with that.
Praise God. Praise.
Her mama had a stroke. I don't know. It might run in the family. She had breast cancer. I don't know. You don't know. Don't rejoice over these things. Yes, be glad, be thankful. You know, he proposed. But I'm saying that he said, rejoice in the Lord.
Always.
When do you rejoice?
Always.
Always.
Always. Praise the Lord.
Sometimes, not only when things happening good,
Hallelujah.
but you got to rejoice always.
Always.
When you got fired off the job, you should come up
Praise the
with
Lord.
your happy dance on. With your happy dance on. Because in a Christian's life, you should never have the word crisis.
That's right. Amen. You got it right.
That should never be in your vocabulary.
Hallelujah.
You never go through crisis. Everything you go through is opportunity.
Amen.
My house getting burned up last night, that's an opportunity for me to get the kitchen we always wanted.
Glory.
For me to get the hardwood floor over upstairs. For me to extend the master bedroom and have his and her sink, so I don't have to fuss with First Lady.
Thank you, Lord.
For having makeup all over the sink every time I come to brush my teeth. And see, the closet would be his and hers, so I don't have to worry about when I walk in the closet. Why she don't have her clothes? Why she don't do it? Oh, Lord Jesus, deliver me from... I don't have to go through that.
Lord, I thank you. I receive it.
It's opportunity. It's not a crisis. It's not a crisis. And I don't have to lie to nobody. I don't have to add on stuff that wasn't there. I just have to be real and let the favor of God move for me. Because favor and fear.
Hey!
Favor and fear. Let me tell you something. Okay, I need to end. Your biggest trial will come right after you do your greatest thing. Your greatest blessing you do, a great trial will come after. But the trial is just to open the door for your greater blessing. That's all it is. That's all it is. I gotta end. And I ain't even touched them. I only went to what? 2. Joy, what it was? Joy
Joy of the Lord is your strength.
is your strength. I only hit joy.
Joy of the Lord is your strength.
We're gonna continue next week.
Hallelujah.
I want to be on time.
Praise the Lord.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. God bless you all. Those of you who've been watching, don't be next week. You're gonna get the full thing. I'm telling you. It's gonna help you. It's gonna help you.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
Because the key thing God is going after with trying, I'm gonna show you what He's trying to do with us. Because most Christians ain't even there. They think they are, but they're not there.
My Lord, help
They're
us,
not
Lord.
there.
Help us.
They're not there. This is why when they go through trials, they don't come to church.
Uh-oh.
How you gonna get corrected by God and you get offended?
I know, that's right. That's the real thing.
That means you don't want to do right.
Don't wanna do right. Just don't wanna.
You know what it is to be a minister in a minister's meeting? And the pastor, you question something and the pastor start rebuking you in front of all the ministers. And telling you in the flesh the stuff that was said to him concerning you.
Mm.
And people just chuckling and laughing. You know how embarrassing that is?
I know that's right, Pastor.
Now you don't know because you haven't been there. You don't know the extent of it. You don't know the extent of it. After you've been embarrassed like that, you don't know. And then the pastor called you up as a minister, everybody enjoy your teaching so good and tell you in the flesh, and God said you're so much percent in the flesh and want to pray for you and everybody looking. In a service where it's packed, not just the members of the church, but visitors who always come and tell you every time they know you got to preach, they come because they love your teaching. And then the pastor called and say you're in the flesh. And all the other ministers preaching and you ain't getting to preach in the church. And he tell you in the flesh and pray for you. You know how embarrassing that is?
Very, I can imagine.
But I didn't get offended. I didn't leave the church.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's why God blessed me where I am today. I'll work on it.
Thank you, Lord.
I'll work on it.
Hallelujah.
That's what you need to do. When you get rebuked, don't get mad and offended. The pastor is just like the mailman. He just delivering the mail.
I know that's right.
When you get a bill, we got a bill the other day from DirecTV or AT&T. The bill was way double, almost double the amount. We didn't go get the postman and beat him up and say, why you bring this bill?
Right.
First lady got on the phone and she called the people and she started talking with them. That's what she fussed with. And got it straightened up.
That's right.
Right? I'm only the mailman. I'm delivering the mail. Don't be mad at me. Get mad with God.
I know that's right, Pastor.
Get mad with God. Don't get mad with me.
Hallelujah.
Call you? What I'm calling you for? Huh?
Services.
For services?
It's okay. You'll catch it later.
I'm gonna just sit down now. Pause a little bit. And I'll catch it when we need it. Send to your feet. I told First Lady yesterday, and she called me, I was at the gym. Because I was, didn't work out for 2 days this week. So I decided I was gonna go. Now, I had a time when I wanted to go, for if I had followed my time and stick to it, I would have been home. And I believe that's how I would have been prevented. Let me show you something. I am not mad of it. You know why I'm not mad? Because I would have stopped the fire and who knows, I would have been stuck in the blessing.
I know that's right, Pastor.
Now, it might have saved me some inconvenience what I went through last night, but all that happened. Because, listen, I can't speak everything, but I'm expecting at the end of all of this. Let me tell you what was happening to me. I told First Lady, the first person I told yesterday. This isn't the first time this happened to me. The first time this happened to me, it manifested a couple days later. I was driving Friday, going to the doctor for work, and I passed by a Tahoe, and I'm sure I heard the Spirit of God say to me, "You're about to get your new truck."
Hallelujah.
Now listen. And I say, God, you know, if I'm gonna get a new truck, I don't want to make no payments. There got to be somebody blessing me with it, or you providing a way where I'm getting the money I can go back. And I'm not going to have to make no payments right now.
Hallelujah.
Okay. And I was telling First Lady that, and I said, with all of this, I said, I don't know where it's coming from. And I told her what happened. I said, somebody gonna bless me with a truck. It may not be a brand new truck like 2018. But it's going to be pretty close with the low mileage, all that stuff. But I see it coming.
Thank you.
Hallelujah.
All this stuff that you see. But I'm feeling my spirit where I am and how I'm thinking. I know God is doing something. What I'm teaching is not me, it's God. God is teaching this. He's setting us up. I'm telling you, prepare yourself. Stuff about to take place.
Amen.
Stuff about to happen.
Amen.
Miracles, you're about to see supernatural miracles. In
Hallelujah.
our life, personal lives, and the ministry. Watch what I'm telling you. And some people, I don't know why people do this. Some people, believe it or not, some people step out just when God is about to bless them.
Oh, yeah.
Just as God is about to bless them. Because the enemy will come with distraction, and beware of mass distractions. The enemy will come with distraction. One of the key distractions in people's life, and people don't realize it, one of your key distractions is hooking up with the wrong person. Whether it be marriage, whether it be business, whether it be a casual friend, whatever it is. But you hook up with the wrong person because of the biggest distraction. Even working, you go work in the wrong place for the wrong person is a big distraction. I can't remember the movie it was, but it was a Christian movie. It was a Christian movie. And the guy was a Hispanic guy. And these white people, he started working for them and he could not be. So he got this job. And they called him in the office and they said, this is what's going on. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it's a Christian movie. And they said to him what they wanted. And he said, they told him, think about it. We don't want to give him this position, but they want him to do this so they could, lie, and make the sexual thing. And he went home thinking about it. He came back and he told them in the office. He said, I can't do it because of his Christian values. I can't do it. And he thought they were going to fire him. He got promoted. They said that's what we want. Everybody they asked to put to the step. They failed because they say yeah, they'll do it. And they said because he said no, that's what we're looking for. He got promoted. So that's why it's always good to stand firm. It's always good to stand firm. It's going to get gooder next week. Gooder and gooder. Hallelujah. That's a word. Right? You're going to overcome these trials, whatever you're facing, and you're going to come out in victory. I promise you. I promise you. When I look at the keys of what Jesus wants, because the key here, and I'm going to just give you a little thing, because we still got to go through all of that. What trials do, without trials, you'll never have spiritual stability. Now, the trials will make you have stability when you overcome the trial. It brings you to a place of stability. That's why God, Jesus, only promised to the overcomers to become stable. We can go into the word. He was sick. Yes. All right, we're getting ready to discuss. I'm going to pray a mass prayer for everybody. I'm so glad to see you guys. I don't know. Yeah, I got to go preach at another church at 10:30. So we started at 8:30 this morning so we can,
Because I saw you last Saturday at a conference. And I took your water and it said you was here at 10.
Right, normally it's at 10, but yeah, we've been announcing it. I've been on Facebook Live and stuff. If you got a Facebook page, please become my friend so you can catch me on Facebook. But if you're welcome to go over, that's where I'm going. It's a church where they speak another language, but interpret. The last time I was there, it was so good they wanted me to come back.
Amen.
So let's all stand. If you need any special prayer for any special thing, even if it's a trial you're going through financially, let me tell you, how much of you was here last week? Everybody except this couple. Okay. Last week, one of my sons and daughters in the Lord came, and they raised an offering for me. I'm not boasting, I'm not bragging, no time. But I had in mind before that to be a blessing to someone. Because I'm telling you, for the past month, this is ironic, because for about the past month or so, people reached out to me to help them with their rent. Like, we got about 20 members, if so much. We ain't got no set of money in the church. I don't have no set of money like that. Thank God he blesses me every day. But, people reaching out to me, and I'm like, okay. And I just felt in my spirit, because I teach about what the apostles did. When people gathered money and they give them, and they laid it at the feet, the apostles went on, they get them some nice chariots, some nice white and black stallions, and they got some of the best. But that's what they did, right? They built a nice house with Sure, because that's what all the apostles did. They have. That's what they do on all the pastors. Right? And that's not what they do. And I drive a Cadillac, and my wife drives an Infiniti. That's what I do with the money y'all give. No, they laid it at the apostles' feet, and then they took it and distributed to every man according as they need.
Hallelujah.
So nobody will be in lack.
Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah.
I'm yet to find a church like that where you can go in and say, how many in here you have a great need right now? Stand up, and everybody stays seated. I say, I thought you needed. No, it's taken care of. No, I got a car. No, we got a place to live. No, we got clothes. No, we got. Now I ain't talking about they preach and tell you because you got a couple of bills. Oh, you got it because you got some in your closet. Well, Pastor, can I ask you something? Is that 100% of wool you're wearing? Yeah, the Bible tells me I shouldn't wear mixed, like cotton and wool or something put together. You shouldn't do that. But that's all I can afford is the mixed suit. So I'm even disobeying God's word. But you wearing 100% wool. And that gaiters on your feet. Mine's a rubber stuff I bought at Walmart for $25. Don't you know? $800 for pair of. Pastor, do you work? Oh, I work full time in ministry. So who pays your salary? Oh, our tithes and offering. I got it. So our tithes and offering got you looking like $1 million. And the rest got me looking like a Walmart blue light special. Is that what Peter, James, and John, and the apostles? Every time Paul went and collected money, it wasn't for him. It was for somebody else.
Amen.
They don't have to answer to God big time.
I know that's right.
And so God dealt with me, and so I reached out. I said, well, I don't have it. I'd be like Paul did. I called people. I said, look, this person needs help. Okay, what can you do? And the first one needed like $600. Then God was able to get to, I think it was $450, almost $500.
Amen.
Then someone else called me, and they needed like almost $400. And I did that on my own.
Amen.
And then recently someone talked to me and told me they were behind again. And so when they came last week and they raised some money for me, I needed some stuff. To be honest, one of my bank accounts was almost negative. Because someone here went and got some money out of it for me and they said, Pastor, you don't have that kind of money. So don't worry, the bank will give it, just go ahead. And all they give me, I just took it, and myself and my wife added to it, and we blessed the person. I did it secretly. I didn't make it open. I don't know. You do it what your right hand do, don't let your left hand.
Amen.
But I'm saying I'm trying to share testimony. And then yesterday I'm at the gym working out. But to my last set of stuff to go do my pull down and my phone ringing. Normally sometimes when I have some orange squats, everything's on record. And I would just urge her answer. She said, baby, a Christian just called me and told me our house is on fire. I'm like, what? I just dropped everything. I ran out the gym. She said, don't drive crazy now. I didn't run no lights. No more than some people. But I think I did pretty good. But on my way home, some things run through my mind. But all I was thinking on is this fella right here. Because it got on my notes.
My Lord.
Now I know how to get another iPad and go in the backup and I get the stuff. But I gotta wait a couple of days for it. I gotta preach today. And so that was all on my mind. And I started thinking about clothes to wear for church. All I'm thinking about is ministry. I ain't thinking about nothing else. The house can be replaced. Clothes can be replaced. I'm thinking about the work of God.
Thank you, Lord.
And then I come home and I started thinking, I said, God, you mean all them times I'm giving, I was really giving for me?
Glory.
I thought I was giving for them. I didn't realize I was giving. That's all it was. I was giving for me.
All this time.
So when God urges you to do it, don't think about yourself because you're actually doing it for you. You think you're doing it for them. But what you make happen for others, God will make it happen for you. I'm going to take the same anointing with a little bit more where we going.
That's it.
I'm telling you, I believe I'm going to see some things start happening. I'm going to have to do like Moses did. I'm going to have to do a 10 till 10. 10. Okay, so we got to go. So this is what Moses had to do when they were building the temple. He said, the contractors come to Moses and say, Moses, and let's stop. We got enough. In the churches today, pastors get up and say, the deacons come in. Pastor, we need another $800. We need another. All right, we need another. I want about 5 people to get. No, I don't like a church like that. I like a church when we raise our offering and we finish, it was come and say, a matter of fact, while people give and somebody try to come and say, Pastor, I think we got it. But let the people finish blessed. They don't want to bless the Lord. And then finish. When we finish, we must never have to come back for a second time. So I always believe you teach the people right, they'll do right.
Yeah.
The ones who are doing right is the ones who teach them right. When you go to a farm, what do you see on there? Animals, right? You just see one set of animals? Okay. So when you come into church, it's like a farm. So you're gonna have pigs, you're gonna have chickens, you're gonna have goats,
Eagles.
you're gonna have, you know what I'm saying? So you talk some things you're gonna hear. That's the goat. But we going so, but pastor, everything is but. Then the sheep gonna just say, yeah. That's all they're gonna do, because they're dumb enough to do that. I wasn't smart to follow Christ. I was dumb enough to say yes.
Glory to God.
Because if I was smart, I wouldn't have been following Christ. So a revelation God gave me blew my mind. How much you believe the world is getting better? Raise your hand.
Hallelujah. The world is already perfect. It's already good.
You believe the world is good?
You said the world?
The world.
Oh, the world. Oh, no, I
Yeah.
said world.
World. How many believe the world is getting better? How many of you believe that people are better today than they was 10 years ago? Why you say that?
Because it's so much immorality. It wasn't as much immorality.
But the Bible said that man's knowledge shall increase.
Oh, but
So when a person's knowledge increases, it's supposed to get better?
No. It should get better. They just learn how to be more wicked.
Let me show you something. You know what's the biggest destruction to this world? Knowledge. Knowledge is what has us in all the trouble.
Praise the Lord.
Lift your hand. Anybody any special needs? You want me to touch on what I pray? Anybody any special needs? Since your hand's lifted, you can't lift your hands again. So if you have a special need, just say yeah. Anybody have a special need you want me while I'm praying? Nobody have a special need?
To be on time at the church. You can pray for this guy, Elder Stevenson. Last week, it was one of his neighbors had an aneurysm at the hospital, saying his mother had an aneurysm. I think his name was, God, what was that name? God, you know. But he had an aneurysm and he's in a coma. I think his name was Michael.
God knows who he is. Anybody else bless you? Bless you. You got double blessing. Anybody bless you? Father, in the name of your son, Yeshua, Jehovah, we thank you. Jehovah, we ask you to come and take over right now. You allow your will to be done. As we are leaving to travel into this other place, Jehovah, go before us. Prepare the place, God. As long as your presence is there, God, I will be there. God, because you are the one that's going to do everything. I thank you for this couple that came and visited us. Father, I thank you for my sister right now. Every bit of worry, every bit of worry, everything she's been carrying, God, that she's been keeping secret. Father God, I ask you right now to move. That thing was to pass. The words that was spoken, Lord, that she's trying not to speak about because it brings tears to the eyes. Father, it troubles her. Father, I thank you that the one who has said it, you said no weapon formed shall prosper, and every tongue that rise in judgment, you will condemn. So Father, I pray for your peace to come upon her. I pray for your peace, your joy. Let it come and lead the way in her life. Father, provide every need, every need, every need, every need. Break every habit. Every habit, break it. Break it right now in the name of Yeshua. But the devil said that she will never overcome. Father, you said you have already overcome. So God, I declare victory in her life. I thank you for her family. In Yeshua's name. Father, now go with us. Glorify yourself. In Yeshua's name. Now we pray for that man that had the aneurysm. And his Michael, we pray for his mom. Father, we pray that you will bring him out of that coma. We send the healing power of Yeshua into that hospital room. Bring him out of that coma right now in the name of Yeshua. Wake him up. Father God, and even while he's in that coma, you speak to him and prepare him for the next phase of his life. In Yeshua's name we pray. Give us, grant us traveling mercy. In Yeshua's name. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Text me the address.
Text me the address.
So I can send everybody.
Okay. Wow, I gotta look back at my phone first.
Last time I